So Regan, back in action after an unplanned week off, but can a bit of extra time off help the group, do you think?
Yeah, it has its pros and cons. It just meant we got more time on the training field. We managed to get the weekend off last week, so it was good just to kind of refresh, start again, and came in Monday looking sharp. So yeah, it's been a good week so far.
When you've spent all week planning for a game, then it gets called off on the Thursday or even the Friday, how easy is it to adapt to almost having kind of to throw that planning away and get going for the next game?
Yeah, it's not ideal, but the conditions were what they were. To be honest, we didn't really train much that week, so it was maybe a good thing for us, and I'm sure other teams maybe benefited from that as well. But like I said, we managed to get the weekend off, so it was good for us just to kind of go away, refresh ourselves, and come back in Monday. And yeah, we're looking forward to the game coming up this week.
In terms of the training, what extra stuff have you guys been getting up to this week on the pitch?
Yeah, just probably looking and trying to develop what we're doing at the moment. We've obviously been pretty consistent. I know we've been beat the last couple of games, but before that, we're getting quite good at what we're doing. And we're a compact shape, and it's hard to break down. We're not as easy to beat anymore. I feel anyway. So yeah, it's just kind of adding more strings to the bow, and just trying to get better at what we're doing.
How keen is everyone to get back out on the pitch, given the nature of the last two results especially? Yeah,
absolutely, yeah. Like I said, we beat the last two games, but before that we've been excellent. We went on a good run. And yeah, the game just went, we're looking forward to it now, just to get back out there and hopefully put things right, get another win.
The fact they were late as well, I suppose that's added to the kind of frustration of not being able to play last weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Barrow game was, he scored from, a good finish outside the box. Not too much you can do about that, but I felt we deserved a draw from that game. And then on the flip side, the MK game, they probably deserved to win, to be honest. They're a good outfit, and on the day they were, miles better than what we were. So you just got to hold your hands up, say they're better than you, move on from it, learn from it. But yeah, big game this week. Those games were in the past. We've learned from them now. We've done a video. So yeah, it's just about putting it right this week.
And it's important to remember as well the run prior to that, because it was 4 successive wins. So how important is it to remember what you guys were doing well in that run?
Exactly, yeah. We've not forgot about it. I still feel in that Barrow game especially, we were, it was a similar performance to what we had been doing beforehand. And yeah, like I said, it was kind of a worldie goal that beat us. I don't think before that weekend anyway that they had been beaten at home, so we would have taken a 0-0 at the time. But yeah, the MK game was just a kind of one-off. They're a very good outfit. I'm sure they'll finish up there in the playoffs at the end of the season. So yeah, Grimsby are going to be a different outfit completely. I think we've done our video, done our homework on them, so boys are just buzzing to get back out there, to be honest.
On yourself, you've been forming quite a nice partnership with Brad Walker in the last few months. What's it like playing alongside him?
Yeah, it's good. Me and Brad, we get on well. We banter each other every day. I always say I like to go forward. He does my kind of dirty work, if you like, and he won't appreciate me saying that. But he's a much better defensive midfielder than I am. And on the flip side, I'd say I'm probably going forward probably a bit better in that way. So we kind of balance each other well. But yeah, I like playing beside him. Like I say, it makes my job easier by doing the defensive stuff.
Someone's got to do the dirty work, haven't they?
Exactly.
Well, I've heard of some partnerships down the years of players at the top level. They played well on the pitch, but didn't necessarily, as you say, banter or see each other off the pitch that much. Yeah. Is that a big thing for you in terms of being friends with someone off the pitch as well as on it?
Absolutely, it's massive. It's almost as bigger than what you see out there on the pitch. You form those relationships as mates before you get out there, probably all through pre-season and that. So yeah, I'd say me and Brad get on well as the full team, to be honest. We get on well, we all banter with each other, and you need to have that in a work environment, not just football. You can't take it too serious at times, although it is a serious environment that we're in. You've got to enjoy it as well, because it's such a short career and you can't banter with each other, and what chance you got.
And that chemistry is important. I know you said about moving on from the results, but given the last 2 games have been late defeats, that chemistry off the pitch, that's important as well, isn't it? To be able to bounce back.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I say, it's very important. What you see on the pitch sometimes, you might not recognise that, but win or lose, we can find the banter from losing games. We'll banter each other's performances sometimes if he's had a stinker, I've had a stinker. You just got to hold your hands up. These things happen. You move on from it. If you can't laugh about it, it can drag you down with you. So, no, we enjoy each other's company, and all the boys do. We enjoy. It's a good environment here.
Just lastly on that, do you enjoy playing in a two-man midfield, or do you prefer more of a three? Because I know, like Kieran Morris, Paul Lewis, they've tucked into the midfield at times this year. But do you prefer a two or a three?
Just prefer playing, to be honest. I don't really mind too much. I've played in a two, I've played in a three. I'd probably say, now that I think of it, playing in a three would maybe benefit me a bit more, just because it would maybe take that extra defensive responsibility off me. But playing in a two, I don't mind it. You've got to get stuck in when you need to. So, yeah, I don't mind as long as I'm playing football. That's all that matters to me.
A little mention in the tactics meeting, maybe. Just on Nigel Adkins, you moved so far clear of the bottom two since he's been appointed permanently. When he was appointed permanently, did that give the squad clarity over the situation? Because obviously he'd been caretaker before that, but the fact he became permanent, how much clarity did that give everybody? Yeah,
it was, to be honest. We were on a terrible run before that, even while he was here, and it was kind of up in the air who was going to be there full time. It was quite unsettling, but on the flip side, some of the performances at that period of time just weren't good enough from the players. So, tactics aside, it just on a player-to-player basis, it wasn't good enough. But when it was announced that he was the permanent manager, it kind of settled a few boys. It settled me, and this is the man that's in charge now. This is the way we're going, the tactics, everything. So he gave us a clear insight on what we're doing. He's very thorough in what he does. What I'd say is no player here can say they don't know what they're doing when they go on the pitch, because we're well drilled. So yeah.
Is that a kind of underrated part of being a footballer, just that certainty of knowing who is going to be in charge of the team?
Absolutely, yeah, and especially with the experiences that he's got in football as a manager. He's Premier League and the leagues below that. So you could try and just take as much advice as you can from a man like him, and I'm sure you will know as well. He's ultra positive, and like I said before, the environment here it's very positive. We have banter, we have a laugh, and then when the time's right, we're dead serious on what we do. So it's a good place to be, and it's just about kicking on up the league as far as we can. And like you said, we've kind of pulled away from the bottom two, but we never wanted to be there. But it's just about kind of getting ourselves as high up as possible now.
And on Nigel, what's the favourite part of playing under his management for you?
Like I say, he's thorough in what he tells you. Like I just said there, no player here can say they don't know what they're doing when they go on the pitch on a Saturday. He's got some words up on the board over there that we get told every day, and he's very motivational. So I enjoy working for him. All the boys do, and you can see in our performances and the results that they're a lot better than what they were prior to him coming in. And looking ahead to Grimsby, it's difficult kind of what to say on them, because they're a bit crazy week in, week out at the moment. Of course, it was 2-2 earlier this season at Prenton Park, but just looking back to last week, 5-5 against Notts County. You say you've done your research on them. What can you make of them? What do you make of them? Yeah, well, what I'd say is when you play Notts County, it's a difficult game. You've seen our game 4-2. I think they probably scored as many goals as anyone else in the league, but conceded as many. So those games are kind of one-off because they're such a different team. But yeah, we've done our homework on them. They're a different outfit to what they were when we played them earlier on in the season. Without giving away too much, we're looking forward to the game. I think we'll be able to exploit them, but we know the threats that they do have. And it must feel like a real chance to kind of let off some steam, get back out there after a week off. But how important is it again? Because it's just so busy going into the rest of the season. There will be games building up, of course, with the postponements and things like that. But how important is this now to really kind of push on? And I know the squad will maintain ambition, at least pushing up the table and seeing what can happen, because as long as they keep winning games, who knows? Yeah, exactly. You just don't really know. It's such a crazy league that anyone can beat anyone. So hopefully we can go on one of those runs again that we did, a few weeks ago, and just see where it can take us. Obviously, we're in a bad place before that run, so it just shows you, we've moved quite far up already. If you just put a run together, honestly, you can end up anywhere in that league. So that's what we're aiming to do, just one game at a time and just see where it takes us.